Good morning, and good morning, everyone. Yeah, the very first thing that I want to do is acknowledge the people in this room. This has been a labor of love, and it has to do with technology. So everyone that you see in this room in a white shirt and a tie, and Sue, Greg, my IT director, Steve Edmondson, Greg Stepanek, Tarun, and Sue, and everyone else here are part of the IT team in the Treasurer's office that enabled this to happen. We have been working on this for 10 years, so believe me, they have spent hours, days, and nights working on this. With that said, it cannot happen. What you are about to see, which is the very first of its kind in the entire United States, cannot happen without executive leadership. A president, President Preckwinkle, who believes that transparency and technology is the way for Cook County to go. Also, with the esteemed chairman of the Finance Committee and my dear friend, John Daly. So, now that I have embarrassed everyone by complimenting them, I will go forward. I sit as the county treasurer, and people continually ask me why their property tax bills are going up. You have received a 40 or so page report with the details of the analysis. But now, all of this will become transparent, everything over the last 10 years, to every taxpayer in this county. So, this is, with the President's leadership, our Cook County Property Tax Portal. We have 1.7 million homeowners in the county. So, what can each homeowner who now says, why is my tax bill going up? What is it that they are going to see? So, let me ask David to continue here. This is our portal. These are taxing districts and financial statements. So, here we are, and we are going to take a typical homeowner in Wheeling, Illinois. He is going to, and you could do this at any point in time. I may need this. At any point in time, you can punch in your property index number. What your property index number is very similar to your Social Security number. So, Bill Cameron, you now want to know everything about your property taxes. You go to this Cook County portal site, and you will see a copy of your tax bill. First time ever in the history of the United States in a county that every tax bill is online. When you get your tax bill, there are anywhere between 14 and 20 different governments that you pay to. So these gentlemen and women here programmed this. Let's go and look here. This is everyone that someone in Wheeling would pay to. Let's go to Metropolitan Water Reclamation District first. Okay, well, what he's done is Northwest Mosquito Abatement District. Who would know that that's who they're paying to? But what do we have for them? We can tell you their gross operating budget, their total debt, their total pension liability, how much over a 10-year period their taxes have increased, okay? And the rate of return, what they're basing their figures on. So in this instance, they're saying that our rate of return is 7.5%. And they are also saying that their annual rate of salary increase for employees is 4%. This is all on the Wheeling bill. David, will you go to the next one? Okay, we are going to punch in Mount Prospect Park District. The significance of this is that most people don't even realize that they're paying to these various governments. They think that they're paying to the county, and incidentally, the county has not raised the property tax levy for 17 years. So let's now look at this. We've got the Park District. Their rate of return is 7.5%. Their funding is 50%, and you can see their unfunded pension liability is 2.7. Okay? You will be able to go to any bill. You can, what we call, this is the drill down. This is not an Army experience, but this is actually a drill down, and be able to come to a conclusion on why it is that your bill is going up. I want to just give some very brief summary statements. Each of you, when you leave here, you can take your 14-digit PIN number, put it into this county portal, which the president helped me to institute. You can have all the information. You can have everything that you want to give to the public without the force of a president who says, we need transparency. It doesn't happen. We are hoping that this website will be replicated nationwide. We are going to call upon counties nationwide to do that. Conclusion. The total debt in Cook County of all governments is roughly $140 billion. Last June, it was $32 billion less. It's gone up $32 billion. Why? Because in this summary, we have included the OPEB numbers. OPEB numbers are medical costs for pensioners. There are 64 agencies that have not complied, 64 agencies that have not complied, so you can take a look in your books and you will see who it is that hasn't complied. The average rate of return that these 500 governments are looking at is roughly 7.5%. And the average increase in salaries per government employee on a yearly basis, if you look at this summarily, is roughly 4%. I'm going to turn this over to the president and allow Mr. Daly to make a few comments. Thank you.
Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you very much, Treasurer Pappas. I also want to acknowledge all of the folks in the property and taxation constellation of county government. So that's our assessor and our board of review and our treasurer and our clerk. Did I miss anybody? All of those folks work together to create the portal in the first place. And the treasurer has been good enough to be the house that the portal is located in, and has worked to expand the information that's available through that portal. So I want to thank, first of all, the treasurer and all of the electeds who contributed information to the property tax portal, which has allowed us to offer this exceptional service to our constituents. When I took office in December of 2010, I promised that we'd be committed to 4 things: fiscal responsibility, innovative leadership, transparency and accountability, and improved services. And this is surely under the transparency and accountability rubric of our 4-item mandate. We unveiled the property tax portal 3 months ago, and since then we've continued to work to maximize government efficiency and transparency for taxpayers. That's why I'm happy to be part of this next phase for the portal, which with a click of a mouse allows property owners or reporters to determine where their tax dollars are going and to find out the indebtedness of their home area at the micro level. It's a step in the right direction. It makes it easier to show taxpayers where their money goes and how much their governments owe. With the enhancements to this site, we are furthering our promise of more transparent government along with our open data goals. That is, ensuring the public has access to more government information online. Government owes the public total transparency in its actions and records, and nowhere is this principle more important than showing the public how their tax dollars are used and where their taxes go. As we see today, the trend is upward in terms of debt, and we need to find ways to curb that trend. Information is power, and through the debt disclosures on this site, we're equipping citizens with the information they need to help change their communities. And again, I want to thank Treasurer Pappas. She has been the driving force behind the creation of the portal all along, and is responsible for the enhancements that you see today. I think Chairman Daley might have a few things to say as well.
Thank you, Madam President. Treasurer Pappas, I congratulate you, Madam President, for once again urging transparency in the government from the day you took office. To the Treasurer, I commend her for taking the leadership on this. She constantly talks to me about this issue, why this should be done, and all the other electeds who were part of it. Anytime you could make it easier for residents to access where their dollars are going, it should be done. And I commend everyone, and hopefully this could be expanded.
So I know that you're absolutely delighted for the report. My staff is delighted because this phase of the portal is over. I can't tell you how many extended hours and weekends and the programming that it took to do this.